Welcome to the Biz Builders podcast, where we believe building the business of your dreams can change your life. I'm your host, Sandy Patterson, former teacher turned certified life and business coach. After 14 years of teaching, I took a huge leap, left my job, and built 2 successful businesses with no business or sales background. Now I'm living the life of my dreams, and I'm ready to help you do the same. You're in the right spot here if you're ready to dig into not only the strategy of business building, but also the belief in yourself that building a business is possible. You're made for this, and you've got exactly what it takes to create the financial, time, and location freedom you're craving. Over here, we value progress over perfection. We embrace being uncomfortable, and we believe that anything, literally anything you want, is possible for you with the right strategy, mindset, and support. You'll also hear inspiring stories here and, of course, failures of women who are doing the same thing. The whole idea is if she can do it, so can I. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another awesome episode of the Biz Builders podcast. I am so happy you're here today. I was just going to say happy Monday because it's Monday as I'm recording this, but it may not be Monday for you right now. So whatever day, whatever time, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I'm excited to share with you and kind of talk you through a decision that I recently made. And I've gotten a couple questions about my reasoning behind this decision and this change up in my business and the way that I'm running things. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to just kind of give you a little behind the scenes peek at how I have been thinking about things and how I am going to kind of shift things in a big way for me and for my business. And I'm excited to share it with you. So as you guys know, I have my signature group program, Biz Builders, same name as the podcast. And it's all about just coming together in community and building businesses, not only building businesses, but building the businesses of our dreams, building businesses that give us the financial freedom that we're looking for, the time freedom that we're looking for, and that just feel really good and fit into our lives, right? Like in Biz Builders, we talk a lot about how we run our businesses and our lives don't revolve around our business. Our business revolves around our life. So I love this program. I literally love it, and I wholeheartedly believe in it. I think that it cuts out a lot of the crap it just like fast tracks you, streamlines you with those foundational pieces that you need in the beginning phases of business and also beyond as well. Once you're in it, there's still things that, we're constantly working on. So I launched that first round of Biz Builders in the summer of 2023. I did a whole podcast episode on the launch of Biz Builders, and then I relaunched it in the summer of 2024. And you can go listen into that episode. I go in detail about everything that I did for the launch. And again, like I said, I wholeheartedly believe in the program. The first round was amazing. The second round, incredible. And I've just been thinking about the space. And the first time that I ran the program, that first summer, I ran it as a 6-week program. And looking back, I honestly think that I kept it as a 6-week program because I was scared that people would be intimidated or wouldn't want to sign up for a longer term commitment. And that was all on me. That was on me and how I was viewing my audience. And at the time, I was viewing my audience as mostly teachers, and in teachers over the summer, have about a 6-week summer. Your summer as a teacher is about 6 weeks, right? It's the whole month of July and then maybe the last week of June and then the first week of August, and then you're kind of back into school and teaching mode. So I thought, okay, 6 weeks, that will be perfect. And I don't regret that decision at all. The women that went through it with me, I think they got exactly what they needed out of it. They had huge results. They walked away as business owners, essentially, which they couldn't say that at the beginning of the summer. At the end of the summer, they were like, I'm running my business here, baby. So huge success. And then the following summer, I realized that I was like, okay, 6 weeks just wasn't enough. Like I was packing so much stuff into that 6 weeks that I'm like, okay, let's spread this out a little bit more and let's make it 8 weeks now. Not that 6 and 8 weeks, like it's a 2-week difference, but I don't know. In my head, I was like, this is a big difference. So 8 weeks it was. It actually ended up being, I think, 9 or 10 weeks just because, again, like packing so much stuff in there. The space was incredible. The community, incredible. Like just so much progress. So many incredible things came out of that round. So then the round ends and I'm like, damn, like we could have kept going. Like we could have kept going. And again, it's on me. Like that is on me. It's on me to say that like, okay, we're only going to do this for 8 weeks and then we're going to stop. Like, no, business building is like, oof, that's probably going to take forever. Like it's ongoing. You can't fit it into like a 6-week time frame or an 8-week time frame or even like a year or 2 years or whatever it is. Like it's ongoing. And I realized that, and I was kind of kicking myself in the butt because I was like, oh, dang, like I wanted to keep going. And then at that point, it was kind of like, it just didn't work out to keep going. Like, okay, so we ended that 8 weeks or that 10 weeks, whatever it ended up being. And I was reflecting about the mentorship that I invest in as well. And also about the women that are coming into my space. And the women that are coming into my space are just like me in the sense that they are craving long-term mentorship, okay? I value long-term support and mentorship. And I value this when things are going to hell in a handbag, right? Like I like to be able to like reach out to my mentor or my coach and be like, oh, or my community, what am I doing? Like, what's happened here? Oh, like this really is scary. Help me walk through this and get an answer and get support. I also appreciate being in spaces where like everything's fine. Like I'm good. I don't necessarily need any support, but I know that I can tap in and I can also tap into what other people are working on and what other people are doing. And for me, you guys know, like relationships have always been at the forefront of everything that I do in my entire life. Like I value relationships. And relationships, like deep relationships, do not happen in 6 weeks or 8 weeks. They happen over time. This made me think of when I was a teacher and I would start like the first day of school at a brand new school year. And I remember thinking like, oh, I just wish like, I don't know if you can hear George. He's like making loud noises. I remember thinking at the beginning of the year, like having the like first day of school, like anxiety and jitters and butterflies or whatever you want to call them. And thinking, gosh, I wish I could just fast forward to like 6 months from now where I know all of the kids know me. I know what to expect. They know what to expect. All of everything, the routines, all of those things are laid out. I know which kiddos I need to keep an eye on. I know which kiddos like will work well together. I know which kiddo needs a little bit of extra support. But those type of relationships and that type of understanding does not happen in 6 weeks or in a day or in a week or in even 10 weeks. Like it takes time. And I realize that like, if my women that are coming in, that are building businesses into Biz Builders, they value this longer term commitment and community and support and these relationships, then why would I stop? Like, why would I run this as like 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 10 weeks? Like, no, like, so what I've decided to do is to change Biz Builders from a group program into a long-term mastermind space. And it might sound like it's kind of nuanced, but it's also not. Like it just makes perfect sense to me moving forward. Because again, the women in this space value that long-term support. They want to be able to tap in anytime they have questions, anytime things are going well, celebrate wins, anytime that they're like panicking or they can't figure something out or they're having a mindset block or they're like, spiraling and thinking that like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to have to burn my whole business down and go get a job at Trader Joe's, whatever, which is fine too. But like, no, like, let me talk you off that ledge here. Okay. So I'm changing it from a group program to a mastermind. And what does that actually mean? So it just means, it means that it's going to be a longer term container. So you either get to choose, you come in for 3 weeks, or not 3 weeks. You come in for 3 months. You can commit to 3 months, you can commit to 6 months, or you can commit to a whole entire year based on your goals and where you're at and what type of long-term support you want. This to me is huge because I'm giving you the opportunity to commit on a deeper level and like go all in, right? Go all in on this space, on the community, on the support, on the mentorship. And I'm going to tell you a couple things that make Biz Builders different than any other space that you've been in before, because I know you've probably been in spaces before, right? You've been in spaces, you've been in programs, you've been in containers, you've been in challenges, you've done the thing before, and there's something that you're missing. And it took me a long time to like put my finger on this, on what I felt was missing, because I've been in some incredible freaking containers, like incredible spaces with incredible women, but I'm like, there's just something missing here and I can't quite put my finger on it. And I think I put my finger on it. So being in spaces where you ask a question, okay, like where you're free to ask a question, right? Hopefully any space you've been in, you can ask questions, right? And you've gotten an answer, but you're still confused about how to apply it to your business, to your specific business, or your specific niche, or your specific situation. So you hear somebody, like they answer the question and you're like, oh yeah, that sounds really good. That's really cool. Like that sounds amazing. But like, I don't know how to do that in my business or in my space or pertaining to like my specific situation. So Biz Builders is really all about like getting way, way, way more hands-on, like me way more hands-on with you in your business, where you get to ask the same question over and over and over again until you have the clarity that you need to know exactly what to do. Like I will straight up tell you, ask the question again. If you're not getting the answer like that you're looking for, or if you're still in any way confused about like what you should be doing, just ask. Like ask again. You can ask as many times as you want, and we'll talk it through as many times as you want until you very, very clearly and specifically understand how to apply it in your business. Okay, so that was the first thing that I was like, okay, and that's again, something that I value and something in this Biz Builder space. Like this is part of being in a mastermind. It is very hands-on. Like I will be very hands-on with you, and the community will be hands-on with you as well, as long as you're open to it. Like that, just like with anything, like you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So the other thing that I realized I think was kind of missing for me, and I'm like, okay, we're going to infuse this into this Biz Builders Mastermind, is you learn like a strategy, right? So like you learn how to do something. Okay. So that's great. Like you have the strategy, but you're also interested in understanding how another person, or how a person that's been through it, or how somebody else has led themselves through that strategy, or has led themselves from point A to point B. It's not about the strategy, but it's more about how they're thinking, right? Like what was going through your head? What was your mindset? What did you have to like clean up on the back end? What did you like have to actually do? How did you lead yourself when things got tricky, right? When you start spiraling, when shit hits the fan, like how did you lead yourself? Okay. So in Biz Builders, yes, it's about the strategy. Like you get all the strategy that you need. And again, if it's not clear, we keep hashing it out until it is clear for you in your business. But it's also about how other people think, what their mindset is, how they lead themselves through specific situations. Because again, you hear, like you ask a question and you're like, okay, I hear the strategy, but like, I want to know what was going through your head to get you from like this point, like where you were so, I don't know, just an example here, where you were not confident getting on sales calls at all, to point B, where now you like absolutely crush sales calls. Like, how did you actually do that? Like, I get the strategy, I get how to, like, the step by step, but how, like, what was going through your head? How did you handle things? How did you lead yourself? How did you like get knocked down and then get back up? Like, what was going through your head? So that's a huge part of Biz Builders. Now, the other part of this too, and I'm a certified coach, so I've been through coach training. I loved my coach training program. It taught me how to run a coaching call, how to be a really, really great coach, how to, all the things coaching, right? And I understand that in coaching is very client driven and it's all about asking questions, right? But sometimes I want to get into a space and I want to word vomit my problem or whatever the thing is that I'm going through. And I want someone to validate me, and then I want them to just tell me. I don't want them to ask me questions to help me uncover the answer. I think that there is a time and a place for that, and I appreciate that. Absolutely, of course. But sometimes I just want someone to tell me what to do or what a possible solution could be, or to tell me what they would do if they were in my situation. I don't hold that back. I don't hold that back with my one-to-one clients, and I don't hold that back in Biz Builders either. Like, if you ask for it, if you are like, I just need you to tell me what to do, I'm going to tell you what to do. If you are wondering, like, what would you do if this were you? I will tell you what I would do. Like, sometimes I just want somebody to tell me. And I do have spaces like this now where I can go in and I can be like, blah, here's the thing. Like, what would you do? What should I do? And they'll tell me. And I appreciate that. Not that that's like the end all be all, or that like they tell me to do something and then I go do it, or they give me a possible solution and then it's done and I have to do that. No, it's like, it just gives me a wider perspective and a bigger foundation to figure out how I want to move and how I want to make my next decision. So that's another part of Biz Builders that I think, the Biz Builders Mastermind, that I think is missing in a lot of other spaces. Okay. The other part of this too, the other part of Biz Builders is that, like, you've probably been in spaces before, again, that have been good and fine and are all great, right? But you feel like you want to be pushed more. Like, it's just kind of like, everything's good. Okay, yay, let's celebrate that win. Okay, what's the next thing you're going to do? Okay, good. This is so much more. This is like, okay, I see you. I see where you're trying to go. And now, instead of trying to go there, let's take it a step further and let's do this. And you can't, it's hard, it's difficult to do that without an outside perspective, right? It's because we're so in ourselves, we're so in our businesses day in and day out that it's hard to see outside of us, right? So having somebody else there that understands what the big vision is, and then that also understands what the steps are to get there, but also how we can push that big vision even just a little bit farther, and then how to take those steps and push them a little bit further so that you're up against the growth edge constantly, right? You're not like comfortable. Like, you crave people that come into Biz Builders. They're okay being uncomfortable. Okay. Like that, I think that's such a huge thing. They're okay being uncomfortable because they know that when you're uncomfortable, that's when you're up against that growth edge. And that's where the most massive progress and the most massive like growth comes in a shorter amount of time. So I'm fully like in this with you and ready to push you even harder in the best way, like not in a crazy, like psycho way, just in a regular, like in a big way to push, because I know I crave that. I want somebody to like see me and be like, okay, I see you. I see your goal. I see your vision. Now let's push it. Like, how can we push this a little bit farther? And I need that. And so that's what I provide in this Biz Builders Mastermind space. So the Mastermind space is a beautiful space that includes the content, right, from the group program. So there's actual content in there that you have immediate access to. You can dig into it as quickly or as slowly as you want. It's there forever. New stuff is being added as I continue to refine. And then there's the community piece, right? So there's a community of women who are all coming together, who all are like probably listening to this podcast or thinking like, yes, this is exactly what I need, to come together and support one another and to build those long-term relationships, like women that you will be friends with long after you're in this mastermind. That is my dream and my goal and my vision for this space. And if it sounds like this is something that, like, if you are like, yes, then please reach out to me, message me on Instagram, and let's chat about if it would be a good space for you. Because again, everyone in the space, like, I think the motto was like, we are just getting started. Like, we are going to blow stuff up and we are going to make stuff happen with this very, very unique hands-on long-term support. And of course, it also includes the bi-weekly calls. It includes support in between on Slack, and also just daily inspiration, daily riffs, any question that you have, like I said, is welcome, and you get it answered, right then and there. So that is my reasoning behind changing Biz Builders from a group program into a long-term mastermind space. It's really all about the relationships. It's about the level of hands-on support. And it's about understanding that these beautiful things do not come in like an instant. I talk about this often, but like we live in a instant gratification like society. Everywhere it's just, quick. We want things to happen quick. And the women that come into Biz Builders, this is not about a quick and easy fix or a quick and easy thing. It's like they are committed to this vision. You are committed to your vision and the impact that you are meant to make. And you're committed to staying in it and staying with it as long as it takes, but also getting that really, really beautiful, like hands-on level of support inside where relationships are key. And I was just talking to one of the women inside of Biz Builders the other day, and she just said the most beautiful thing. She's like, it feels like coming home. Like it feels like being home, where you just feel comfortable and you don't feel judged and you don't feel energetically like you're being like, side-eyed or mean girled or any of those things. It's a really, really special space, and I cannot wait to see it grow long term. And so, like I said, if you are interested, or if this sounds like something that you are like, yes, I need that, I'm all in, please hop on over to Instagram. And even if you're like not all in, even if you're just like, oh, I'm a little bit curious about this or what it could look like for you and your business, please hop over to Instagram. Just shoot me a quick message with BBMM, Biz Builders Mastermind, and we can have a chat and see if it would be a good fit for you or if you would benefit from being in that space. So, okay, you guys, let me know if you have any more questions. As always, have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys for the next episode. Okay, bye.
Thanks for listening, you guys. If you're ready to get your business going and making money and to step into that next level version of you, I would love to support you make that happen through strategy, mindset work, and my Cut the BS style coaching, because it's always better, quicker, and more fun to have someone who's already been through it support you. Shoot me a message over on Instagram with the word ready, and we can chat and get your questions answered about coaching and how I can support you. I cannot wait to hear from you.